Hi, I'm Farah. Welcome to my dry fasting series. In this video, we're going to discuss what happens during a dry fast. So first of all, hunger and thirst. I find for me, I have zero hunger. Maybe there's a little bit of a transition time the first day, but once I'm in the dry fast, food is not an issue. I don't even think about it. As far as thirst, I might have what I call the thought feeling of thirst, like a moment when normally I'd be like, oh, I'd go for some water. But I just tell myself that that's not what we're doing, and I distract myself, and it's fine. It's really not, it's more of a mental thing, I think, than a physical thing. And a way you can check this is you should be producing saliva. My mouth is not dry. There's not an uncomfortable dryness. I definitely have saliva. I think that if your mouth were really, really dry, that might be a sign that you should stop, because that's never been the case for me. No dry mouth. And in fact, I'm also urinating. I mean, not copious amounts, but for sure every morning and maybe a little bit throughout the day as well. Because remember, our bodies are producing water during this time. They're producing our own endogenous water, which is amazing. Energy levels. So, yes, expect that there will be some changes in your energy level, but don't assume that you can't do anything. Like, by all means, keep moving. Like, don't be a lump. This is not the time that you want to just sit around and do nothing, because that's sending the wrong messages to your body. We want our body to know that we are resilient and we're strong. And that's what's happening here, is that we're becoming more resilient. So you want to challenge the body a little bit and have it rise to the occasion. My best, highest, strongest advice for you here is to go on a lot of walks. Walking is so wonderful. Not only are you getting the lymph moving and getting the blood circulating, it's really helping the physiological processes. But if you can be walking in nature, then you're also going to be taking in all that fresh oxygen. And that's what we want. Because remember, we're creating our own water. We're breaking down fat cells and using the hydrogen from that, and then the oxygen from the air that we're breathing. So the fresher, higher quality air that we're taking in at this time, the higher quality water we're going to be able to make, and that's going towards fresh cells. So walking as much as possible in nature is a really, really important thing to do. I do much more than that, and I've played with this. I mean, I work out, I jump rope. Maybe gentler workouts will be chosen, but I have energy and I use it. Where I actually notice the dip in my energy levels more so is regarding mental work. So I have learned that during a dry fast is not the time for me to be doing stuff that requires a lot of intensive thought, like writing an article or answering important emails. It's just things are more challenging at that time. So I've just learned to not have those things be necessary during those days. But on the other hand, like, doing other tasks at the computer, just kind of, rote tasks, totally doable. Now, I find with me, and this just might be my psychology in general, not awesome with transitions. So I might find myself feeling quite a bit of resistance. Like I in advance had decided I want to do these tasks at my computer. And then when it comes to the moment, I'm just like, oh, I really don't feel like it. Now, I could tell myself, well, I'm dry fasting. I can't really do that right now. But what I've learned is that if I just kind of negotiate with myself and just say, okay, go sit at the computer, do the first thing, just do the first thing. And once I'm there, it's fine. It's usually fine. So I'm sharing this to say, check in with the stories that you're telling yourself about what you are or are not capable of during a dry fast. the best way to do this is just test it out. Go start to try to do that thing and learn, is this something you can do right now and you just felt some resistance? So this way we build confidence in our discernment between when we're being lazy or really noticing our energy levels that shift during the dry fast. So check in with those stories. Also sleep. So sleeping a lot is a great idea. It'll really help your body do the detox and the building that needs to happen. I love sleeping anyway. But okay, here's what I find. Maybe on the second or third night of a dry fast, I notice that my temperature at night really goes up. So this actually can disrupt my sleep if I get too hot. So I'm aware that this might happen and just take precautions, turn the temperature down or wear less clothing, less blankets. So you might notice that as well. But on the other hand, during the day, I actually notice I'm cooler. I mean, my basal temperature feels lower. I just feel colder. So something I really love to do, and this is a biohack that I do anyway, but I particularly enjoy it during a dry fast, is sitting under my red lights. So I have these like super simple, cheap DIY red lights. I have 3 of them, so 3 bulbs, and then they're just in these like hardware clip-on lampshades. And I lie under them naked and expose my skin to that particular frequency of red light. And I love this. This feels so lovely. I feel like a little chickie incubating. And it's just warm and cozy, like being in the sunshine. So, and the reason for that is it's actually giving a lot of energy to our mitochondria. So this really helps the process as well of all the things that are going on while you're dry fasting. And if you have access to a sauna, I don't, but that would be a fabulous thing to do as well to help the detoxification through the sweating. Then another thing, now this is kind of contrary because of what I just said about feeling cold, but I like applying ice packs to my body. And this is just something I do anyway as well. But what I've noticed during a dry fast is that there's something really refreshing about it. Like maybe because I'm not drinking water, having that coolness, I don't know, it's refreshing. So that is, it's good for the skin. I feel it helps break down fat cells as well. And anyway, you can look that up. It's, cold exposure. So that's another little hack that I use. And, in general, during this time, there's like less of a dense quality. So in terms of the body, this is a great time to really tune into your body and do some stretching, some gentle movement, maybe foam rolling, getting a massage, but also a great time to be meditating. There's just a lighter quality that you can tap into here, like a lightness and like a quietness. So I highly recommend that you explore this a little bit and see how doing some meditations or moving some energy in your body might feel during this like less dense time. But stretching, even just stretching, it's like you can reach places differently. But explore that, just something to mention for you to check in with during your dry fast. And you might find something you really particularly enjoy at that time. I think that's everything that I had written down. So happy fasting. Let me know how it goes for you. I'd love to hear how your experience is, or if there's some hacks that you found or things that you particularly enjoy doing or find that you do not like doing. And in summary, take lots of walks. Don't assume that you don't have the energy or can't do something. Test it out and see for yourself, and you'll get better and better at it every time.